What's up guys, Doug McLeod here, welcome back for another guitar singer video, and today we're going to be talking about the CAGED system. What is the CAGED system and how can you use it to improve your guitar playing? And don't worry, I got you covered. Here we go. So the CAGED system is essentially a kind of an acronym it's referring, the letters of the word CAGED refer to the open chords. In that order of the word, you've got C, A, G, E, D. So you should know these chords, okay? And again, C, A, G, E, D. There's something very special about this order that I'm going to explain to you, but before I do, I'm going to assume that you already are familiar with these chords and that you already know about the bar chords. I'm going to show you quickly a way that you can convert any open chord into a bar chord. And this method is what I like to call the no index finger allowed method. The no index finger allowed method. So you're just going to use only these three fingers. You're going to omit your index finger, your pointing finger, no pointing finger allowed for this, and play each of your 5 open chords without that finger. So let's go through our chords in the CAGED order, so help get it into our mind. So the first would be a C, which you can play like this. C, A, G. Now the G you might have to play slightly differently to what you're used to get rid of this guy. This guy's not allowed. E. This one you'll probably be familiar with because if you've played this bar chord, you'll already know how to create this fingering. And then finally D. Now, let's take for example, if I'm at fret 5, now I want to recreate exactly what I just did, but instead of it being in the open position, I'm now going to use my previously omitted index finger to hold down a bar, hold down all 6 strings. Okay, now let's start with C. So I can use the same shape with these 3 fingers. They're already, I've already just practiced what I'm performing here. Okay, so C, and then A, and then G. This one's pretty horrible. Now, for the purposes of actual performance, a chord like this is pretty user unfriendly, and I wouldn't recommend actually using it. But you could use a portion of it, like the top half or the bottom half. And just for the purposes of training your fingers, I always like to, when I was learning, leaving no stones unturned. So anyway, we'll continue. So this is the G bar chord, horrible. E, and then finally D. This is pretty unforgiving as well, this one. Again, there's a reason for these, and we'll come back to it. So normally with the bar chords, you're just going to use the shape of the E and the shape of the A, if you think. What does this have to do with the CAGED system or the CAGED acronym? Well, if you're able to play these 5 different bar shapes, and you have memorized this order of open chords, it basically tells you how to play any chord on different voicings all the way up the neck. So take for example the C that we started with. Now the way that this works is you will take the highest fretted note, that is to say the highest fret behind which you're fretting a note. So with this C, that's the 3rd fret here. So you imagine that this C chord, I'm trying to let you see here, it kind of exists in this little 0 to 3 fret area. So as we spell the CAGED word, C, A, the next shape will be A. So you take the A shape and you fret it on the 3rd fret, which was the highest from the previous chord. So you're kind of stacking it along the fretboard. And then, continuing again, so now the highest fretted notes in the C chord here is on the 5th fret. This, by the way, is our A shape, so after A is G. So now we come to our very unforgiving G chord. But it's another voicing, you know, you can use that. You can use those versions of it. And we're still playing a C, by the way. So then after the G shape, we have the E shape. And then finally the D shape. So you can hear how this helps us to find all of the different shapes for this C chord. And of course, you can repeat this for any given chord. So you can treat it like an exercise. You could say, I'm going to start with A, okay? So here's my A, and it's an A of the A shape. So CAGED, C, A, G. G is the next shape to play the A here. And there we go. See, I'm going to stack on top of that now, on the 5th fret. The next shape after G, we have the E shape. And then after the E, we have the D shape. And then it loops back around to C. So then we have our C shape. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this little lesson on the CAGED system. Thank you very much for watching, and please hit that like and subscribe.